What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Reloaded. So, first things first, I need to address the elephant in the room. My camera died last episode in about the last 10 minutes or so of the video, so I just want to apologize for the technical difficulties that I had. But with that being said, we're rolling into another episode. I'm actually coming off back-to-back losses, and Ricardo's really gunning for 3 in a row. Now, honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Even though I'm lacking back row removal, I still feel like if my polls go pretty decent today, I should be able to come to this episode with another strategy that hopefully will catch Ricardo a little off guard. I'll just be upfront with you. I'm gonna go beat down this episode. As long as I can get some of the beat sticks that I need, I think brute force is gonna be the answer to Ricardo's burn strategy. Now, this week's a pretty important week. Not only can I have the 3rd loss in a row, but the winner gets to pick what starter deck to add to their collection. I'm talking about Starter Deck Joey and Starter Deck Pegasus. Both decks are fairly equal in power. It really just depends on what we think our deck needs when it comes to choosing which starter deck we want to add. That being said, if I did lose today, I technically could get one of each, or even double up on one, honestly. But as insane as that sounds, I refuse to lose to Ricardo a 3rd time in a row. I'm going to will this into existence, but in the end, well, you'd never really know. Now, I could be wrong, and Ricardo might not be on his burn control kind of deck this week, but it's worked 2 weeks in a row for him now, and I've honestly been really overthinking it. So the more and more I think about it, the more I've been kind of realizing that if I can put pressure on the board and Ricardo doesn't have an out to it, then his burn cards are going to be completely useless. While I might not agree with the deck he's been bringing forward, he's definitely been playing it very smart. Ricardo has been very passive in his plays, setting up floaters, setting up searchers, and letting the burn cards do its work until Ricardo was ready to set up his kill shots. And me, overthinking everything, just kind of played into his hand and assuming he had things that either he didn't or not managing my resources correctly. So hopefully this week I can make the adjustments. This set has a lot of really good cards in it. The only problem that I really see is a lot of it is in the upper rarity slots. So I don't really have my hopes up. If I can bag 1 or 2 good cards, hopefully something like Torrential Tribute or Card of Safe Return for future episodes, then I think I'll be happy. Now, there are also some good super rares like Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer and Bazoo the Soul Eater, just some solid level 4 monsters. Bazoo would actually be perfect because he honestly gets really big. Being able to boost himself up to 2500 is just enough to run over that troublesome Jinzo. Because honestly, as nice as Torrential Tribute would be, this is a Jinzo-esque kind of format. And honestly, I think that's another problem my deck had last episode. I really didn't know if Ricardo was going to pull a Jinzo or not, but I probably should have played it safe and not played so many trap cards. Honestly, I did not come here to lose. I came here to win, and that's what I'm going to do this episode. As long as I tell myself this, I'm going to will it into existence. But unfortunately, of course, we got to go spin the loser's wheel. So we're going to do that real fast. Last week it was pretty good to us, so hopefully it, does the same. Afterwards, we'll pass it to Ricardo, see how well he does, and go through the usual routine. But first, as always, please go grab yourself a cup of coffee or something. That way you can sit down and tune in. Thanks, guys.
Well, guys, it was a bittersweet victory. As much as I enjoyed winning, it meant I had to dirty my soul with Stalin's Sun for the 2nd week in a row, and there's just no honor there. If I had known someone who played like this back in my playground days, I would have bullied them, and I would have been right to do so. But we won, so let's spin this winner's wheel and find out what we get. I'm hoping for a Call of the Haunted. Imperial Order would be cool. Anything else from the set wouldn't really do me any good, but it doesn't matter because I am walking away with a Call of the Haunted, baby. My luck continues. Let's pray it goes into this set. Admittedly, there is not a lot I want to pull from this set. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kyoko would be great, Jaugen would be great, Torrential Tribute, Magic Cylinder. A lot of good cards in this set, but nothing that's really going to change up my strategy, which is my biggest fear here because Justin knows what I'm playing at this point. I can't really change up the strategy because I don't really have much else right now.
Alright guys, we're back at the loser wheel. Hopefully we get lucky like last week. I'm falling further and further behind Ricardo, so I'll take all the help I can get, honestly. So let's spin. That was a long wheel. Alright guys, it's obvious what I'm grabbing with this secret rare. Imperial Order goes to the collection. That is the perfect start to this episode.
I'm in a bit of a pickle here, so let's see what pulls I get and hope that they give us win number 3, the hat trick we need. Pack number 1, baby. Let's go. Immediate garbage. Alright. Oh, baby, we got the magic cylinder. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here's hoping that my luck continues and I pulled the Jowgen. That's not a Jowgen.
Alright, here's hoping for some first pack luck. Well, let's be honest. I need a lot more than one pack of luck. I need all the help I can get. First pack ultra rare, the Masked Beast. Honestly, that's kind of insulting. I feel like the computer just slapped me in the face and teased me with an ultra rare. Another ultra rare. This one's cool. I don't know if it's ever going to come up. Maybe down the line with like Waking the Dragon, or maybe even Magical Scientist or Metamorphosis or something. Then maybe, but we'll add it to the collection, I guess. The real star of this pack, though, is Zambira the Dark. 21 beater, strong enough to run over Dark Elf, and it's strong enough to run over Wall of Illusion, which is super relevant. The only catch is he can't attack directly, and he loses 200 attack every time he destroys something by battle. But searchable by Witch, I really like him. He'll probably go in the main.
I already pulled the magic cylinder, so I feel like it's all downhill from here. Unless I can pull Jowgen or Kyoko, so here's hoping for the best. It's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay, so I know for sure I have the playset of Zombiras. But am I going to get Jowgen? No. Am I going to get Kyoko? I got a card of Safe Return, however, and that is a very nice pull. I mean, I do have Call the Haunted. I got Premature Burial. I got Monster Reborn. I got the Magician of Fate to revive those. I mean, I think I have Spear Credence and Shallow Grave, so I could do something with Card of Safe Return. Spiritualism is also very nice. It can't be negated, so we got options here.
Pack 4 with a secret rare, Magic Cylinder. Honestly, I think I would have rather had Gemini Elf. This card doesn't solve any problem my deck faces with Ricardo. I'm sure Ricardo would love to pull this card because, you know, he's been on burn, but honestly, with Jinzo running around, plus he has like MST and Giant Trunade, this card just doesn't sound really good in my deck. Hey, okay, ask and you shall receive. The very next pack, Gemini Elf. Super awesome. Just a 19 beater, similar to Zambira the Dark. Searchable by Witch, can run over Wall of Illusion, can't beat Dark Elf, but this can attack directly. This honestly was new meta when it was released. I know it sounds kind of laughable, it's a 1900 vanilla, but Mechanical Chaser at 1850 was the strongest in the game. This was the new tier 0 vanilla monster. We also got a Fairy Box and an Offerings to the Doom. Offerings to Doom is pretty cool. You skip your draw phase when you destroy the monster, but it's quick play, so it's pretty versatile. Fairy Box, I don't know if I'm going to play this. I might side it. It's really good in sealed play, but Ricardo's been on burn and stall, so I feel like if I main deck this card, it just helps him with that win condition, especially with cards like the Dark Door right here being added, just slowing the game down more and more. Yeah, to the side deck.
No way. Are you kidding me? Bro. Okay, so we got 2 magic cylinders. We got Jar of Greed. Yeah, you know what? I wanted Jowgen and Kyoko, but I can't complain. Bro.
Lucky number 7. Oh, talk about lucky number 7. Torrential Tribute. This honestly was like the card I wanted to pull, so I'm super glad I pulled it. Ricardo, I'm guessing you pulled like 2 or 3 of these with your luck, so I'm sure it's not that impressive, but to me, this means all the world. There's also a Jowgen in this pack, so that's cool. Maybe in the future we'll use it. And then, of course, another copy of Fairy Box. All right, only 7 packs in. Let's keep it up. Ooh, another ultra rare, United We Stand. So United We Stand and Mage Power were both introduced in this set, and both of them were like really good for beatdown strategies. It's really easy to get your monsters really big with these. So I actually might take an approach like this because I might just want to put a big monster on the field and have Ricardo deal with it, because if I can play around his jars, my big monsters should win the games, hands down. Boom. Pack 12. The Masked Beast. Super awesome. And we got a Spiritualism. This is officially the best spell and trap removal I own. So if I feel like I need it, then I guess I'll play it. What it does is it bounces a spell or trap back to the hand, so it's like a weak Trunade, I guess. It can't be negated though, that's kind of cool, but it doesn't really deal with the problem, especially if it's like a continuous spell or trap, so we'll see. Oh, a second Gemini Elf. What the heck? That is hilarious. I don't know, man. It's looking more and more like a beatdown strategy to me.
We got one pack left. Let's see what it is. I've already pulled 2 magic cylinders, so I'm Gucci. I can't complain. I went into this pack expecting nothing, and I walked away with 2 magic cylinders. And what was the other card? Man, I got Card of Safe Return. I'm walking away good. I'm eating good tonight, guys. I'm looking forward to this duel. It's time to build. See you guys in the winner's circle next week, baby.
Okay, got a super rare D-Fusion. Useless right now, but maybe in the future, if Ricardo's on like some kind of fusion deck, we could use it. So I guess it'll go in the collection for now, and we'll see if we use it in the future. All right, back-to-back D-Fusions. No way. 3 D-Fusions in a row. Man, that could have been like Kaiku or Bazoo, but 3 D-Fusions. That's actually really depressing. A 4th D-Fusion. So sad. Last pack. Fire Princess, another useless super rare. All right, this is a pretty decent opening. We got 2 of the Mass Beasts because we needed those. The Last Warrior from Another Planet's kind of cool. Don't think we'll use it. Magic Cylinder is laughable. We do have the double Gemini Elves somewhere in here, so that's pretty cool. The number 1 pull though for sure was Torrential Tribute, so that's super neat. All in all, I would give this like a 7 out of 10. The Torrential is what kind of makes it good in my eyes, but I mean, I got my Zombiras if I want to play that. Offerings to the Doom. There's the Torrential. Let's see how it goes, guys. I'll see you guys in deck building.
All right, guys, crucial week here. So the winner of this duel gets to pick first choice of starter deck Joey or Pegasus. And I'm in an interesting spot here because I've got 2 wins in a row. So if I win this duel, Justin gets to go ahead and pick any of those previous decks, including the 2 from this week, and add them to his arsenal. It's a pretty interesting position to be in, because in this case, winning may not be my best option, but I'm not about to lose, so I gotta go for it here. That being said, I've been playing stall 2 weeks in a row. The strategy has to change because there's no way Justin isn't expecting it. So once again, starting things off, we got my beat sticks here, Jinzo and Summon Skull, both searchable via Witch of the Black Forest. However, Witch of the Black Forest is now at 1, so I do take a big hit in terms of that search power, but I maked up for that with Gemini Elf and Zombara the Dark. Dark Elf isn't here anymore, it's just that 1000 life point cost was so big, and Gemini Elf and Zombara should hopefully fill that void without the cost. Of course, Zombara's effect is a little bad for itself, but at this stage in the game, 19k is perfectly fine. Wall of Illusion, the MVP, of course, it didn't see much play last time. That's just because we didn't need to put it on the field that often. This card's been carrying the team. Honestly, gotta be real. The 1 Witch of the Black Forest, essential, searches out both boss monsters. We brought in 2 giant rats because I'm going to be stealing Justin's clowns. I wasn't playing them in the past because I didn't have enough to protect them, but between all the cards I have now, I think I can pull them off. Crass Clown, it's searchable via giant rat. That's really the only reasons the giant rats are here. We got double Sangans, we got double Morphing Jar number 2, the double Hanehan is the Man-Eater Bug, the Cyber Jars, amazing disruption lineup here, the 1 Magician of Faith like always. Spells, pretty much untouched. All the staples are coming back like usual, but what we got here is Offerings to the Doomed and Ikibyo Drekmord. I'm never going to pronounce that right. The idea here is that we're just defending my monsters, mostly the clowns. We got the double Solums, the Mirror Force, and the new additions, the Call of Haunted, and the 2 Magic Cylinders. Once again, the idea here is that we're just going to let the clowns sit and protect them with the Magic Cylinders and the Offerings to the Doomed. I can give up a draw phase if it means that I just get to destroy or bounce back whatever's on the field. The side deck, we got the stalls. You know, they're there because I think if I go in game 1 and roll out without the stall deck, I think Justin's going to expect game 2 to not be stall heavy, and then I can just toss these in and hope for the best there. Spiritualism's being added because it's a card that can't be negated. We got 2 more Zombiras in case I feel like I need the power. 1 Jowgen, just because in case Justin's special summoning a lot, Jowgen's there. It's really just here as an emergency. I don't think I'm going to need it, but it's too good to pass up. And then we got our anti-attack cards, which have saved my ass in the past. Spellbinding Circle and Paralyzing Potion. There's not much to say here, guys. I'm honestly really interested in how this plays out and what happens next week. This pack didn't offer a lot and to really change the decks, but a change had to be made for me, so I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be a nice, exciting one, and when I win, we're going to be in quite a predicament for next week.
Here we go. The new deck profile. I'm really confident in this list. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it could handle pretty much anything Ricardo throws at us. Again, we're lacking in the back row removal department, so obviously if Ricardo just has the nuts, then there's nothing we can do about it. I'll run through the card by card, explain some of the differences and why I'm running what I'm running, and when it's all said and done, I'll hit up Ricardo and we'll hash it out. Now, first off, the main man himself, Jinzo. I didn't really get to see him last round, so I really have my fingers crossed that I'll be able to see him this time. He just answers so many problems. Me and Ricardo both have outs to Jinzo, so it's not like once this card hits the field, it's an auto win, but timed correctly, it could win you the game. Moving on from Jinzo, we have 2 Gemini Elf, super lucky to pull that, and I maxed out on 3 Zombier the Dark. Now, the reason I'm running these 5 beaters, honestly, is because the last few games, Ricardo has been very passive with his plays. This time around, he won't have as many searchers like Witch and Sangan, so he's gonna really be falling back on his flip effect monsters. But if Ricardo's just gonna set his monsters and sit behind his burn cards, I want to make sure the cards that I play, 1, don't come at a cost of life points for me, like Jiraigumo, and 2, that it puts instant pressure to where he has to react, whether it's his own trap cards or his own spell cards, or even summoning his own big beaters to get over mine. Let's say he sets a monster and then activates something like Chain Energy. It's going to cost me life points to summon this card, but at least I know if I put it on the field and do nothing, Ricardo is going to now have to pay life points to get over it, unless the monster he set was his Jar, or even Maneater Bug. But outside of that, just putting a 21 beater on the field makes it to where Ricardo has to play into his own burn cards to get over it. Not only that, I love that both these monsters can run over his Wall of Illusion. That card has been such a terror for me. I don't know why I don't consider it most games, but it's just one of those cards where I honestly think I don't respect it, and it catches me off guard every time. After the beaters, we still play the Witch and Sangan. Obviously, they just search whatever we need. Witch is also great because it searches all the beat sticks I just showed you. Tomato to float into either one of those. After Tomato, we're on 1 Giant Rat still. I don't know if you've looked ahead, but there's only 1 clown in this deck list now. Gone are the days of clown control. The reason we're playing the 1 rat is because we added 3 copies of Nimble Momonga. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out, but in theory, this card is going to solve a lot of problems for me. For the last couple games, Ricardo has just had more searchers and more floaters, and honestly, it's been hard for me to keep board presence. And I think adding it to the deck is going to make it to where it's a little more frustrating for Ricardo to get through my resources now. Plus, the cherry on top is when it's destroyed, I gain 1,000 life points. As hilarious as it sounds, that's actually really relevant for how the games have been playing out the last 2 episodes. I'm super excited to see how this card plays out. In theory, it's really great, especially with the rat. Looking back, I feel like maybe I should have played this last episode as well. Maybe it was a mistake on my end. I think this card's gonna work out. Like I mentioned, we still have the 1 Dream Clown, just an option for Giant Rat to float into. It's also a searchable target. After that, we only have 3 flip effect monsters. We have the 1 Magician of Faith, obviously, Maneater Bug to out monsters, and 1 Trap Master. Now, the reason we're playing this is because last episode, Ricardo was on Gravity Bind. So since I'm taking the beat stick route, if he is still on that card, I might struggle against it. So again, my back row removal is like really lacking, so I just didn't want to auto lose to a trap card like that game 1. Moving on from that, we still have Dark Hole and Raigeki for our board wipes. Still on Tribute to the Doom, just because, again, if he searches a jar and then immediately sets a monster, I'm going to guess 9 times out of 10 that'll probably be the monster he just searched, so being able to pop it is going to be very crucial to the strategy. Still on Double Fisher, just generic removal, another way to out his Jinzo. Snatch Steal, obviously powerful. The 1 Nobleman of Crossout, similar to Tribute to the Doom, but way better. This just answers every set card, whether it's Tomatoes, Sangans, Witches, Flip Effects. It's amazing. After that, I am still on Swords of Revealing Light, Monster Reborn, and Premature Burial. Just bringing back Beat Sticks is going to be so good, especially if he's still on that Gravekeeper card, because if I mill any of my beaters or even Jinzo, it just fuels the fodder for these cards. So after that, just the hand control cards. I kind of put it out of order, but Confiscation, and over here is the Delinquent Duo. No need to explain how insane these are. I do think I could probably improve how I play this card, at least in a technical sense. We'll see how it plays out, but moving on to the last few spells, we do play 2 more equipped spells in Megamorph and United We Stand. I just want to put big monsters on the board to force him to have to make a play. We are on the 1 Spiritualism. I only pulled the 1, unfortunately, but this is the best spell and trap removal I have, so we're going to have to play it. Moving on to the traps, we still have the Call of the Haunted, similar to Monster Reborn and Premature Burial, just bringing back big monsters, bringing back Searchers. I can see being super hilarious. And like I mentioned before, if he's on Gravekeeper's Servant, this will just help make this card live even sooner. After that, we're still on the Solemn Judgment, obviously super powerful, the 1 Ultimate Offering. This is actually going to be really good with all the beat sticks. And now for the new addition in the trap lineup, the single copy of Imperial Order. This is pre-errata, which is insane because even today with its errata text, I would argue this card is super unhealthy for the game. Some of the most powerful cards in this meta is spell cards. In addition, while I don't have spell and trap removal for his burn cards, this technically turns off all his continuous spell cards for his stall tactics. That would be pretty hilarious if it worked out that way, but I do have to pay life points to use it, so technically he'll still be burning me, but in a better way, I guess you could say. After that, another new card added to the deck, Torrential Tribute. It's hard to argue not playing this card. It is so powerful. It is another dark hole. Jinzo being in the format makes it a little risky to play a lot of trap cards, so I tried to reduce it opposed to last week, but Torrential Tribute I could not pass up on. The last trap card I'm playing is Michizuri. I really didn't want to play this, but at the end of the day, this is another card that will help me pop set monsters. But if it doesn't work out that way, then obviously we can fall back on the side deck. So this is the 40 card list. I'm feeling really good about it. Outside of the Michizuris, that's probably one of the more questionable cards I'm playing, but I really like this list. I think even if Ricardo flips Cyberjar, I think I'd be in a pretty good spot because not only do I have 5 beat sticks that I could potentially hit off the effect, but I also have 3 Nibble Momongas and a Giant Rat, Tomato, the Sang and the Witch. I'm literally fine with hitting any of these monsters. So we'll see how it performs, but moving on to the side deck, again, I'm on D-Spell. As laughable as it is, it's just another way to out the spells that he plays. Double Offerings to the Doom. I didn't put it in the main because I really don't like skipping my draw phase. After that, I got 2 4-star Ladybug. This is just in case Ricardo takes a beatdown strategy like I am. I got 2 Clowns in here. This is just in case Ricardo falls back on Gravity Bind. Maybe he's siding it, maybe he's still mating it, but once he recognizes I'm on a bunch of beat sticks, he might put them back in, so I might just want to side these in if he does, because this is a level 3, and we can use his cards to actually help us. We got double Trap Hole, double Gravity Bind, and double Fairy Box, just 6 trap cards to kind of try to protect any clowns that I might side in, but again, they're all weak to Jinzo, so I don't know how I feel about the cards. And then the last 2 is double Magic Drain. I really just don't know how I feel about this card in general, so it's there, but we'll see if I use it. That's it for the side deck. Moving on to the extra deck, there's really nothing that's relevant, but of course we got the Punished Eagles and the Dragoness, the Wicked Knight, which is super staple, obviously. And then, of course, the new addition, the Last Warrior from Another Planet. I don't know if it'll ever come up in the future, but having it is going to be super nice. All right, guys, I'm going to hit up Ricardo, see what he's up to, and hopefully he's ready to duel. I'm not going to let him get 3 in a row, even though it benefits me, because then I'd get 2 structure decks. I have too much pride to let that happen, I'm not going to lie. I hope you're ready, buddy. I'm coming for you. All right, Ricardo, we're back again. Another episode, Labyrinth and Nightmare. I'm like super nervous. There's a lot at stake this episode, honestly, but most importantly, my pride.
Yeah.
I'm
saying hat trick's gonna happen. You know, it's inevitable.
I don't know, man. I've been really thinking about it. I did my opening a while back, and I just kind of been staring at the screen, trying to think of a way to kind of counterplay what you've been doing. You could totally trick me right now and switch over to something different, but I feel pretty prepared for what's coming up. I am still lacking in a couple staples that are in your deck, but hopefully, if everything goes right, that won't be a problem.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, this episode's a big deal. Besides my pride, obviously, the winner of this gets to pick the starter deck for the next episode. Whoever wins is going to have a hard time picking, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's Scapegoat or Graceful Charity. Both. Really busted cards.
Yeah, for real. There's a couple staples hidden throughout there too that
Yeah, they
some
get
that you might already have that I don't have, but like
Giant Truenade's a big one.
yeah, Giant True Nade's in one of them, MST's in the other. There's a couple of cards, like one has another copy of Mystic Tomato,
Yeah.
so that's pretty nice. Magician of Faith is another card. There's just like a couple little cards we already have, but like getting more would just make our decks more consistent for the next few episodes.
Yeah, they're pretty loaded.
We'll see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic like I do every week. You ready, bud?
Yep, let's go.
All right, let's see if I can win rock, paper, scissors. Oh, man. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's a good sign, my friend.
I'm not used to this.
I know. Is this the first time I've won rock, paper, scissors? I feel like it is.
I think maybe it happened once. I can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, I really can't either. All right, standby phase. We got to draw our card. Main phase 1. Okay, I think I'm going to start the turn off by setting a monster and setting a back row.
Okay.
That good old T-set pass.
All right, here we go.
Classic Yu-Gi-Oh!
Draw, standby, main. I am going to set one monster face down, and I will set 2 cards face down and end my turn.
All right, 2 back row. Starting turn. Ooh, that's a good one. Thinking here. There's a couple ways I could go about this, honestly. All right, I think I'm going to take this route. We're going to go to main phase 1.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to normal summon Gemini Elf in attack mode.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to enter the battle phase.
Okay.
And attack your set card.
So you have attacked into one of our greatest monsters in this series so far, Cyber Jar.
All right, that's okay. You know, it's so funny. I was thinking, I'm like, I wonder if he would set Jar super early like this. I didn't think he would, honestly, but that's okay. So at least I get a search.
That's a good one to add to hand. Oh, and there we go. Oh, this hand. Just a gift that keeps on giving. I will summon Zombira the Dark in attack mode. I will summon Dream Clown in attack mode. Sangan to attack mode. And then I will add Summon Skull and Pot of Greed to my hand.
Alright, I got Zombira to the field, and then I got Momonga to the field. I'll set that face down, and then I get the Michizuri to my hand, and I get Raigeki and Fisher. So I am still in the battle phase here. I know you have Mirror Force, so that is a little scary. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to main phase 2, and I'm going to fire off that Raigeki you were very kind to give me.
Okay, so Sangan, Dream Clown, and Zombira to grave. Sangan search. And I'm going to grab Giant Rat.
Okay. That sounds good. Alright. Main phase 2 still. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set one more card. And I will pass the turn.
Alright, before your turn ends, I will activate Call of the Haunted.
Okay.
And I will grab Dream Clown.
Sure. That sounds good.
The wheel was kind to me once again this week.
Nice. Nice little ultra rare. Went with the Call of the Haunted. It's a good card.
And here we go. Opening draw.
I'm shocked to see you on clowns, honestly.
I didn't have enough to protect them before, but I do now. So I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to start off with Pot of Greed.
Yep, of course. Yeah.
I will draw 2. Jesus Christ, that hand is amazing.
Well, I don't want to hear that.
Alright, so Zombira is in fact a problem. So I will start by activating Dream Clown's effect.
Thinking here. Alright, the effect's fine. Zombira goes to the grave, and I will activate my trap card, Michizuri. I'm going to pop the clown. I just don't want you to tribute summon for the Jinzo or summon Skull. Rather you normal summon that rat or something.
Alright, so I will normal summon the giant rat.
Okay.
And I will go to battle.
Yeah.
Giant rat, attack your face down.
And it is Nimble Momonga. So I'm going to gain 1,000 life points here, and I'm going to special summon 2 more Momongas from the deck in face down defense.
I can't believe you got the playset.
Yeah, it's funny. I almost had a playset of Germs also. It was 2 Germs, 3 Momongas. I didn't play it right away because I already had a bunch of like searchers. I'm just like trying to like fill it because I only have 1 Sangan also. You know what I mean? I only opened the 1 at least. So the more floaters, I guess, the better. At least for me.
All right, so main phase 2. I'm going to go ahead and set 1 card and pass turn.
Starting turn here. Okay. I got a couple options here. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go to main phase 1 and tribute summon for my single tribute, Jinzo.
That's a problem.
Summon all right?
Yeah, it's good.
Next, I'm going to activate Fissure.
Okay. That one is going to hurt.
Okay. Then I'm going to flip summon the Momonga. And we're going to try to get in for 34. 1,000.
All right, I will take the 1,000.
And then 24.
I will activate Offerings to the Doomed.
Okay.
And I will
not too bad.
Get rid of Jinzo.
Sounds good. No draw phase for you next turn, so that's kind
unfortunately.
All right. Main phase 2. You know what, bud? That's good enough for me.
No draw, unfortunate, but I can still play with this beefy ass hand. I'll set 1 monster, and I'll set 1 card face down, and I'll pass on that.
All right. Starting turn. Standby. Main phase again. All right. I'm going to just go ahead and start off by normal summoning Giant Rat. I'm going to go to the battle, and I want to see what this card is. Attack.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Mirror Force.
Okay. I had a feeling something like that would happen soon. So to the grave, all my guys go. All right. Main phase 2. You know what? I will pass turn.
Alright.
I don't think I have to worry about you doing 9,000 damage in 1 turn, so I think I can be pretty comfortable sitting here.
Maybe. I will draw. Alright. I'm going to normal summon Witch of the Black Forest.
Okay.
I'm going to go right to battle.
Alright.
And Witch attacks for 1,100.
Sounds good. Back under 8,000.
And that's going to do it for that turn.
Alright, starting turn. Let's see here. It's hard to say. Okay. I think I'm just going to end my turn.
Alright. Draw. I will tribute Witch of the Black Forest and bring out Summon Skull.
Yep, sounds good.
Witch of the Black Forest search. And I will grab Jinzo to hand.
Sounds good.
Battle phase. Summon Skull for 25.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah. And I'll pass on that.
Alright, come on. Good card. I'm trying to think what you might have set there, because you protected it with Mirror Force. Originally I was thinking it was going to be the Witch, but now I see it's not Witch. I feel like if it was Morphing Jar 2, you wouldn't be like committing to all these cards, so I almost feel like it's like Mystic Tomato or something, but it's really hard to say. Alright, I think I'm just going to activate Dark Hole and see what you have set.
Alright, so there goes Summon Skull and the Hane.
Okay, still on Hane. Interesting. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is normal summon my Dream Clown. I still have clowns in my deck.
That is fine.
All right. I guess then I will just enter the battle phase and I'll poke for 12.
That is good.
Main phase 2, I'll set one more card and pass the turn.
Alright, here we go, draw. Alright, that back row is pretty scary. Alright, I'm going to activate Giant Trunade.
Giant Trunade. Okay, yeah, that's good. To hand they go.
And then I will normal summon my Gemini Elf.
Oh, sweet. You pulled one too, huh?
This card is so stupidly insane right now.
It's so funny. When I opened it, I was like, I kind of laughed. I mean, today a card like this is just laughable, but like this card coming out was like literally the next tier 0 vanilla monster, because Mechanical Chaser was the only other card, and that card was like super hard to get. Like nobody had it.
All right, here we go. Battle phase. Gemini Elf, attack over Clown.
Yes, sir.
Main phase 2, I set one and I pass.
All right, starting turn. Huh, okay. Interesting draw. All right, I know you got a Jinzo in hand, so I can't let that hit the field, but let's see how lucky we get with a Delinquent Duo.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it was treating me good the other day, so I'm going to stick with it. Closest to the deck. What do you got?
So that is the Hane.
Hane. Okay. What else are you going to discard for me, bud?
I got to discard one more card. Well,
yeah.
Damn. I was hoping to use this one, but...
Maneater Bug. Okay, so I know you have a Jinzo and then a mystery card. Huh. This is interesting. I can't let the Jinzo hit the field, so I'm going to activate my new spell card. I can't believe I'm playing this. Spiritualism. And I'm going to bounce that to your hand. I can't risk that card being an out to my premature burial.
Oh my god,
pay
are you
8.
kidding me?
And bring back my Jinzo. All right.
Oh, okay, that's a problem. Okay.
The king has returned. All right, and I'll swing over your elf.
Yeah, so that is good for 500. Oh my god.
All right, main phase 2. I'll set a couple again and pass turn.
All right, here we go. Draw. This is gonna be funny. I activate Ikebio Drakmord and equip it to your Jinzo.
What the? So, okay. This makes it... He can't attack, right?
Yeah, you can't attack.
So, at the end of my second turn, after this...
Yeah.
So, when I end my turn 2 more times, it dies.
Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious.
I will set one and then I will pass.
All right. Starting the turn. Huh. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to have to normal summon this Mystic Tomato.
Yeah, that is good.
Sweet. All right. Throwing tomatoes at you, bud.
All right, 14k from a tomato. Oh, we're even now. I don't like this.
Making the comeback, bro. Thought it'd be easy. All right. Your turn. That's one end phase.
All right, so I'm going to activate Regeki.
That's interesting. Yeah, sure.
I would
love to. They all go.
I'd love to bounce that Drakmord back to hand, but I can't risk you bringing back Jinzo again. I'll have to pass on that.
All right, there's a lot of cards I can draw right now. I'll pass.
Oh, okay. We will draw.
Give you a turn.
Man.
This is a close game 1.
I'm going to set one and I am going to pass.
All right. Starting turn. Kind of gets me nervous. Makes me feel like it might be like a morphing jar or something. I'll set one and pass.
Ooh, okay. I am going to normal summon Sangan.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I will go right into battle and attack for 1k.
Perfect. Sounds beautiful.
Main phase 2. I will flip summon Magician of Faith.
Okay.
And I will add Regeki back to hand.
Okay.
And then I will pass on that.
Sweet. All right, Ricardo. I got some bad news, bud. I don't know if you should have punched me with that Sangan right there, bud. I'm not going to lie. I guess you do have a back row, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to start with Call the Haunted, targeting my Jinzo.
God damn it. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's fine? Oh, bud, I think that's game then. Yeah, let's see. Let me do some math here. Yeah, 4,500 damage is pretty good. I'm going to activate Megamorph and equip it to Jinzo.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Okay, entering the battle phase. Coming at you,
game.
Magician of Faith. Yes!
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
All
Game
right.
2, Ricardo. Game 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and take first. Not letting Jinzo hit the field again. All right, so
Yeah, that was like definitely the battle of Jinzos on that one.
So I will draw.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and set one monster face down and one card face down, and I will pass the classic move.
Oh yeah. I've got some pretty classic moves too in my hand. We're gonna start with Pot of Greed.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, drawing 2. Okay. So let me see what you got there, Ricardo.
Ugh.
Ooh, okay. Couple of Zombiras and a Dark Hole, huh? Summon Skull. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit the Dark Hole from your hand there. I think that's the powerful card there. We'll discard that. All right, and then I am in main phase 1. I'm curious to see if you would start off with Cyberjar again. Honestly, you know, I'm not gonna. I don't know. That's kind of risky because if that's like a Sangan or something. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Not because I think it's good, but because right now I feel like the only way I'm gonna like lose this game is if that's Cyberjar. So I'm gonna Raigeki.
Ooh. It's the Hain.
Okay. Solid 1 for 1. I'm just glad it's not like a Sangan or a Witch, if I'm being honest. All right. I'm gonna set 2 cards, and I'm gonna end the turn.
All right. I'm going to summon Zombira the Dark.
Sounds good, bud.
Alright. Battle phase.
Yes, sir.
Zombira attacks.
All right, and I am gonna grab my Pot of Greed back.
Ooh. So I will go to main phase 2. No, I'm just gonna end.
Sweet. All right, starting turn. That is killer. All right. Before I activate the new card in my hand, I guess we'll start off with Pot of Greed.
Yeah. Damn
And
it.
we're gonna draw 2. Yeah, that's always really good. We're gonna fire off the next card, Delinquent Duo.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm gonna hit the closest one to your deck.
Alright, so that is the Man-Eater.
Ooh, okay, so that's what you drew for turn, huh?
And then
So,
Zombira's gotta go to grave.
all right, love to see it, man. Okay, now it's my turn to summon my Zombira, and mine's just a little bit bigger than yours because I let you attack that Magician of Faith.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, battle phase. Show me Mirror Force.
I got something a little better. Here's Magic Cylinder.
It's so funny, man. I was talking about this card, and I was like, you know what? This card actually does nothing for my deck, but I bet if Ricardo pulls it, he will put this in his deck in a heartbeat.
Gotta rep the boy Yugi.
I was just like, man, this solves no problems for my deck. I can negate an attack, but Jinzo, it doesn't solve Jinzo. It doesn't solve Cyberjar, and I'm not trying to burn him, but he's been trying to burn me, so I bet if Ricardo gets one, he's definitely gonna play it. Oh, man. Okay, so I get, what, 2100 attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, boom. So your monster lives. So your summoned skull is live. Wow. Okay. Let me think about this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I am my turn.
All right, here we go. So I will tribute Zombiru for everyone's favorite ace monster, the Summon Skull.
Well, everybody's favorite ace monster is going to the graveyard.
Oh no.
Torrential Tribute is wiping the field.
Damn, that's gonna have to end my turn.
All right. I'd love to see it. Drawing for turn. Normal summoning Giant Rat. And of course, we're going to go straight to the battle phase and Pokey for 14.
Yeah.
Gotta love that floater beat, man. Floater beat. All right. That'll be it.
All right. Damn, I gotta set one card.
Oh, whoops. I just realized I deducted 1400 from myself. I don't know why I did that. Hold on. 1400. I just used a magic cylinder, I guess. All right. My bad. All right. You set a monster.
And that'll be it.
Oh, okay. Starting turn. So, what could that be? Man, it sucks because Cyberjar really is like the only thing that gets you back in this game, which is kind of scary. I guess statistically, it's more likely to be a searcher. So let's see what it is. If you got it, you got it.
It is not Cyberjar, but it is a jar.
Oh. Okay, so you're not going to get any monsters, but I at least get one. Shuffle this, and then we're going to mill. Boom. Oh, perfect. So it has to be set face down, though, right?
Yep.
All right, we hit the tomato, arguably better than the rat, honestly. And we'll set it face down. Main phase 2, you've gone through Dark Hole, but you haven't gone through Raigeki, so that's a little scary. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set a monster and pass.
All right. Damn, not much I can do here. I will set one and set one back row and pass.
All right, drawing for turn. All right, let's think here. Oh, man. Is it scary that I'm, like, really close to lethal?
It's not what I want to hear right now.
Let's see what happens, I guess. All right, flip summon, pop your monster.
Damn, that one hurts.
Oh, Chowgan. Oh, wow, that's something different. All right, I'm gonna flip summon the tomato, and we're gonna try to poke with both of these.
Damn. Problem here is that that's 2 live monsters for a Jinzo. So I gotta activate this now. Mirror Force.
Yep. I had a feeling it was coming. Main phase 2, I think I'll set a monster and pass.
Alright.
Show me Cyberjar, man.
Jesus, this is bad. I gotta pass.
Ooh, pass. What? Okay, let me think about this here for a second. Okay. I think I'm going to go to main phase 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip summon Nimble Mamanga.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to normal summon Giant Rat.
Yeah, so
and
24.
We're getting in there with all these floaters. The floater beat, man.
I'm going to lose to floaters. Oh my god.
That's what it's felt like for me the last couple episodes. If you weren't burning me, then you were just poking me with all these floaters. This is revenge, man. I got tired of getting poked by Sangan and Witch all day, and then whenever I try to do something, you just burn me.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright, here we go. Draw. I just got a set. God damn it. Pass.
All right, start turn. Woo, okay. All right, well, I can't think of a way that I lose right now, honestly, unless you still have Karibo in your deck, and that's a Sangan.
God,
we're going to go Tribute to the Doom, and I'm going to discard this Spiritualism. Yes, the Cyberjar.
Ugh.
This whole time I'm just like, the Cyberjar's got a hit for him. Oh, man, am I lucky. All right, well, like I said, you need
Oh
Karibo,
my God, are you kidding me?
Because I'm taking your Summon Skull. Oh, yeah, we're going to finish this one off. All right. All right. 25, 14, and then 1,000 for game.
You brought back the Robin Goblin strategy of just not giving me a hand.
Oh, man. And honestly, that wasn't even the plan. It's worked out that way to where Delinquent Duo came in clutch both times, game 1 and 2, honestly. And then the Confiscation obviously was the icing on the cake on this one, just being able to kind of predict the next couple turns. Like, Delinquent Duo is cool because it takes out 2 and it's a +1, but going Confiscation and then kind of mapping out what I think your next plays would be, depending on what you top deck, obviously. Like, if you top deck a different play, then obviously I can't predict that, but I mean, with the info I got, I was able to kind of keep ahead of you for a couple turns there.
Yeah, so this was an interesting pack, you know. Monster-wise, I didn't get much. I put in 2 offerings of the Doomed for the whole clown idea.
Okay, just a little added protection.
Yeah, what I got most of all, though, was 2 magic cylinders.
Nice.
And then the Drakmor, the Zombiras, and the Gemini Elf. And that was pretty much it. Like, good pulls, but there was nothing that was going to really change up the deck strategy. And I was like, I've been playing Stall for 2 weeks in a row. There's no way you're not expecting that.
Yeah, like, so this week I kind of came into it with the approach of I'm assuming Stall burn, and the way you've been beating me is you had so many searchers and floaters in your deck that you could just stall with your floaters and put me in a spot where I had to play. And obviously when I'm playing cards, I burn myself. And then when you start flipping cards like Cyberjar and summoning Jinzo, then I'm already weak and at a point and whittled down on resources to where I couldn't come back. And I think I was a little ignorant in the previous episode, not respecting that strategy. But this time around, I just upped all the floaters. I wanted to play a grind game with you, honestly. Yeah. I didn't expect to be this crazy fast-paced game or anything, or I did kind of follow a similar line as you did. I'm also on Zombira, which you saw. I actually main decked 3 copies of it. I don't know if you've noticed that, but the 2 cards that I've always struggled with your deck outside of floaters was your Dark Elves, which this can beat over, and your Wall of Illusion, which this can also swing over. So I'm really glad I pulled these because it just gives me like a beatdown strategy that actually worked pretty good. Now, I also had the Gemini Elf that you saw, but I actually pulled 2 Gemini Elves. So this is some straight 2003 meta right here, bro. So I saw also your wheel. You got called haunted, right?
Yeah.
So the wheel actually blessed me today, or I guess it was the other day. The wheel blessed me the other day, and I thought I was hitting common, and at the end it just kind of leaked, and I actually wound up getting secret rare.
Okay, that's
and
scary.
This is a game changer. When I hit this, before I even opened my packs, I was just like, this alone makes me feel so much more comfortable coming into this burn matchup, because even if you have all those face up, just by flipping this card, it makes all those cards dead. So now they do nothing. You go technically minus. And in addition, all the best cards in our decks right now are spell cards. So me being able to turn it off at any time, or even just summoning my Jinzo to turn it off for a turn, I don't know, man. It just felt really good. I didn't see it at all this episode, but you can't argue. This card is insane, especially right now before the errata. I can just turn this off whenever I want.
Yeah, that's disgusting. So you know what deck you're going to pick?
I do, actually. I do. So I've been thinking for a long time, and just to kind of run it down real quick, I really like the starter deck Joey for a couple reasons. Honestly, there's a Magician of Faith in there, and there's a Sangan in there, and there's a Penguin Soldier, and that's just super solid monsters. Also, there's the Change of Heart I'm missing, which you're not sweating, but then there's Giant True Nade as a decent back row wipe, and then obviously Scapegoat is like really, really good. But I'm actually going to go with the Pegasus deck.
Really?
I've been going back and forth on it so hard because I feel like on paper, the starter deck for Joey makes more sense because of the second Magician of Faith. But in the end, I think Mystical Space Typhoon is going to be really important. There's Magic Jammer and 7 Tools of the Bandit in it. And so those are cards that can at least stop your cards, and I think that's going to be pretty important. And then obviously Graceful Charity is pretty insane. And also a fun thing, just so you know, I thought I'd mention it, I do get a 3rd Trap Hole with this starter deck. I get a 2nd Ultimate Offering, and I also get a 3rd Robin Goblin, and I get a Wabaku.
Not looking forward to this, gotta be real.
Yeah, I think this is going to mix up the game a lot. Plus, next set is pretty bonkers. Now, again, I think I just gave you a deck. I think Scapegoat is obviously, there's a whole format named after Goat, so it's obviously a power card. Whether or not you'll be able to abuse it, we'll see. Maybe it'll take some time, but I definitely think Magician of Faith and Penguin Soldier going to you is going to be very valuable for you. So I'm curious to see how it plays out, in all honesty. All right, well, I think the game has kind of shifted a little bit. We both have some different strategies going on. Anything could happen next week. You could go back to Burn. I could go back to Hand Control. We could both be playing Beatdown. The sky's the limit. I guess that's the beautiful thing about the progression is really anything can happen. But this week was pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to the new starter deck being added to the collection, and my fingers are crossed for the next opening. I think it's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, we both avoided a hat trick, so we're reset now in a way.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, technically now I've got the lead back, right?
Nah, just give it a week.
Oh. Okay. All right, Ricardo. It was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
See ya.
Peace.